My name is Audrey, and I go by the name Audrey the Makeup Artist on all my social media platforms. I am a passionate makeup artist. Like, I love what I do, and I believe that there's more to makeup than just looking beautiful. So I'm just here to just, make sure that each and every person who has an experience of me, if I touch their face, I'm not just going to leave them looking beautiful, but feeling beautiful as well and boosting their confidence and self-esteem.
Wow, that's so great and amazing. What is it that you're saying there that there is more to makeup than just looking beautiful?
Okay. So you know what happens? Our nature as women would tend to feel like if you don't have such a thing, you will not look in a certain way. Mm-hmm. And that comes from deep inside. Mm-hmm. So oftentimes you will do someone makeup and they will look pretty on the outside, but they will just feel like I only look beautiful today because I have makeup on. But it's more than that, because you still have a long life to live. Mm-hmm. So it's more to how you feel about yourself, which is something I constantly try and do. Even as I speak to people when I'm doing their faces, I always give them that vibe and to just make them feel positive in everything that they do and to feel good about themselves. So I try and go beyond makeup, but also dig deep into the heart and just build someone's confidence and to boost their day-to-day self-esteem.
Wow. So when we see Audrey, we are seeing someone who's not just going to look at a woman outside, mm-hmm. but someone who's going to deal with a woman like even inside, so that a woman feels, I'm good, mm-hmm. I'm okay,
yes,
I'm me. Yeah.
Definitely.
Wow. Thank you so much, Audrey, for doing that to ladies, because I think it's one of the things that is really needed, mm-hmm. So that people feel like they can walk again the next mm-hmm. day, feel like they can join at a certain environment. Mm-hmm. Some of the people, they can't even be like in certain environments because they're going to feel like mm-hmm. I don't qualify,
yes,
or I'm not enough to be there. But if you know you look good, if you know you feel good about yourself, if you don't have anything to compare yourself with anyone, mm-hmm. you're good and you're okay.
Definitely.
Wow, thank you. So now we need to know how did Audrey decided to do makeup.
I'm the first girl of a family of 7, and my siblings, I have 4 older brothers, and then I have 2 younger sisters. So you'd then think, as a first girl, you'd obviously assume or think I'd be a tomboy. But my story was different, because imagine growing up with 4 boys and you're the only girl. I was very, very girlish. Although they didn't treat me like their little sister, they treated me like their little brother, because at that time I was the only girl. But I was so girlish. I loved my hair. I loved playing around with color. So fast forward to primary school. I think I was in grade 6. The school I was learning only had 1 class which had a chalkboard. So I went with my friends. My dad used to pick me up from school. So I went with my friends to that class, then I took some chalk, then we smashed the chalk and then we put it in our eyes.
Oh.
Yeah, so
the makeup was already coming out.
It was already coming out, and I've always loved to play around with color. So my dad came to pick me up. We went home as usual, but when we got home, all hell broke loose. He started asking, what Audrey, I was like, no, it's just chalk. We're fooling around with my friends, blah, 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 blah. Oh, my father was very angry. He beat me up, and my mom wasn't home. So when my mom got back from home, I was sleeping. And she was like, then my nini at that time then told my mom, so it really started when I was young. Fast forward to high school, when I was 16, that's around Form 4, my mom's young sister bought me a small makeup kit. And then I always used to like to put on my eyes, to trim my own eyebrows, but it's something my father never wanted, because to him, the time we grew up, it was like a child who loved makeup was going to grow up into an unethical child, in quotes. Mm-hmm. So they never wanted me to be exposed to the beauty industry. So my father then later on died, may he so rest in peace. Then my mom decided to take me to a short course, but it was for manicure and pedicure. This is around the time I was waiting for my results. So from there, I did manicure and pedicure, but it wasn't really in me. I just always loved to do makeup. In 2009, I did my first bride. I was still very young, but I did my first bride. I was part of the bridal team. Fast forward, it never stopped. It's just been opportunities after opportunities after opportunities, and here I am now.
Wow, that's great. I really like it that you pursue that and you keep on doing despite that it was something that was not allowed.
Okay.
What were your challenges that you faced until you break from that shell?
There's obviously a lot of negative vibes that go around us, especially in the beauty industry. There's always a misconception that if you're either a hairstylist or a makeup artist, you are regarded as someone who is, unethical. People was now wuno. So growing up, once you say this is what you do or this is what you love, say you get introduced to new people, people will already start looking at you differently. So that's one of the challenges I faced as I elevated to becoming a professional makeup artist. And then obviously negativity around the family. Instead of doing this, go and become a teacher, go and become a nurse, do something, do a proper job, do something more academic. I'm an average student, and I would never imagine myself becoming either an administrator or whatever. So a lot of negativity pertaining to the beauty industry as well, because people just assume it should be something by the side. You should do this, and then this is something you can do part-time. Yet it's something you can actually do professionally and earn a living from it, build houses, buy cars, do a lot, travel.
Exactly.
Yeah, but just being a makeup artist. So when you have so much negativity surrounding you, you tend to doubt yourself whether you're going to be able to do it or it's just going to be, a waste of time. But once I just put my mind to it, I then decided to go to school. I then decided to just brand myself and become a brand instead of just becoming an individual, but becoming a brand such that when people see your work, they will know this was done by Audrey the brand. And then the other challenge was having to be in an industry that already has other people. There was a lot of, she copies my concepts, she stealing clients, she copies this person, she's been following up on me, pretending to be friends, yet she wants to, a lot of things. But once I just decided to just be me and to just be Audrey the brand, I just closed my ears and just told myself, like what the Bible says, we are in the world, but we're not of the world. So once I put myself in my own zone, it's just been really good. I've just been slowly climbing up. So yeah.
I would actually say you're doing great, Audrey.
Thank you.
I think there is that little girl who's sitting at home and they also really need to pursue the beauty industry, and when they see Audrey they just think there's this girl who's already flowing, things are well.
Yeah.
But I think there are things that we first as artists, but some of them you have to ignore them so that you can pursue what you want to pursue. So Audrey, what is your touch? What is Audrey's touch? What is Audrey's touch when now you tell us that you've created a brand. When someone gets done with Audrey, or when someone comes and sit on Audrey's chair, what is Audrey's touch?
Okay, I'm more to the natural look. Elegance, obviously. So yeah, it's just a mixture of just natural and a touch of elegance, to not really run away from a person's actual face, which is what has been, social media has been really blasting us in terms of changing people's faces from looking like this to looking like this. So I'm all about really enhancing beauty, maintaining a person's natural features, but just, elevating the beauty a little bit. So a touch of natural and elegance, just enhancing beauty.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
Elegant. When you see Audrey, you're talking about elegant.
All the way.
Elegant. Are there things that you would say we should do to our skin? Because I think the other thing that makes people feel like they can change, they feel like they really want to change, it's because maybe someone is having like pimples, someone has got like problems with your skin.
Yeah.
But what is it that we should do?
Okay, so skin is something I'm very also passionate about because you do put your makeup on your skin. That's why I also took the time to really go to school and learn more about skin. So the first step that one needs to do is to just love your skin. Once you love your skin, everything just happens naturally. One of the things I always advise the people I talk to is that you need to separate your face and your body. Why? Because the face is more sensitive than the rest of our body. That's why the face has more of the, for example, pimples, has more of the breakouts, has more of the reactions. Because our skin is out there, and in the air there are what we call free radicals, which are just moving around, and they are bound to cause a lot of breakouts on our skin. So a person has to take really good care of their skin. So step number one is to separate your body and your face. Okay, so our face is from our hair going down towards slightly above our breasts, which is what we call the décolleté. So whatever you put on the face should come all the way down to your décolleté.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll start off by the towel that you use. You must not use a rough towel on your face. You must just use either a sponge or something soft like cotton balls or cotton wool. That's step number one. The soap that you use on your face should not be the same as the soap that you use all over your body. Why? Because our face has what we call a pH balance. And facial soaps or facial liquids or facial bars normally come with the correct pH balance for the face. So step number two is to use a soap for the face or to use products for the face only. Then we move on to how you wash your face. Normally, people would take the soap, put it on the towel, and then on the face. Instead, you should not use the rough soap directly onto your face. You should take the soap, wet your hands, and then use the foam on the face with something soft. And we wash our face in circular motions, avoiding the eye area because it's the most sensitive part of our face. That's why you see when people get reactions, it's never really in their eyes. It's because the eyes have a different tone than the rest of our faces. So you wash softly, rinse, and always try to use lukewarm water when you're washing your face because our skin has what we call collagen, which is the cushioning of our skin. So if you use hot water, it's bound to lose its elasticity quickly. So you wash with lukewarm water and softly in circular motions. Then we move on to knowing your skin type. It's always good to know what type of skin you have because it will help you to know what products you need to use. So I would advise the ladies out there to visit either in the stores. I know in stores like Edgar's, Truett's, they have beauty therapists who can help them to identify what skin type they have. That will also determine what you can then use. So taking really good care of your skin is encouraged, and drinking lots of water, at least 2 liters each day, avoiding stress as well, and getting enough beauty sleep. When you do that, you're home and dry. It will help you in maintaining your skin well. I haven't even included what kind of products to use, but it begins with you and how much you adore and love your skin. Yeah.
You can visit Audrey's page, Makeup by Audrey. So she teaches, I think you can get 1 or 2 lessons. And you can as well just know what to do so that your skin can be better. So is there any product or is there anything that you want to contribute into the beauty industry? As you have said, you created a brand, but I believe the brand has to going. What is it that Audrey?
Well, I'll start off by saying I really admire the people who have started their own makeup lines and all of that. I really admire them a lot. I admire their courage. And we are all up in black-owned products. Let's do this.
Wow.
But as a person who studied cosmetic chemistry, which is more of how products are formulated, I may not have a product at all. I don't know. God willing, I may, but I guess it takes a bit of time. I see one of my mentors, Jackie, is always in the lab testing, and she was saying that her foundation, for it to get to where it is now, it has taken her a while. I am looking at doing something more relaxed, something more fun. I love my brushes a lot. So maybe my first step as a contribution to the industry may be brushes. And also just a little bit of some accessories like palettes, lashes, the little fun things when it comes to makeup. Nothing too extravagant because I'm afraid of skin reactions and all of that. So definitely something fun, relaxed, brushes, lashes, palettes, the little makeup accessories, even those little makeup compartments to keep your stuff in. That's what my heart is looking at.
I'm so happy that you're thinking of something different. We want you to inspire someone. Just give them a thought that will encourage them about the beauty industry.
Okay. When we began, we spoke about the challenges and the negativity around the society, especially when it comes to beauty. I wouldn't give this directly to someone who wants to join the beauty industry, but to everyone, really. I would say that our community is not where it is because of ourselves. There's a ladies' business shower I attended sometime last week, and there was a guy who was talking about mental health. He said one of the things that really hit my heart. He said that there is no one who is as abusive as the way you abuse yourself. But in order to see that, oftenly we see that we are being abused, but we never see how much we're abusing ourselves. So one ought to be careful as to how they relate to themselves before they relate to the others. Because how they relate to themselves is how they are going to lead their life. So you can imagine if
you're also going to relate to other people.
Yes. So you'll find that we deprive ourselves from so many things because we're telling ourselves we don't deserve it, or we're telling ourselves, I'm not like Cleo, I would never own my own business because maybe she's lucky or she can do it. So one ought to tell themselves that I can do it, which then pushes us to how we are going to relate to the people outside. We are depriving each other and pulling each other down because of the things that we say. I can come to you, you have an idea, maybe you want to have your own line of, be it a hair product, a hair oil, an extension, and someone will say, you think tomorrow you'll be like, what's the closest I'm thinking of? You think tomorrow you'll be like Expression. So we must stop pulling each other down or pulling ourselves down because of the things that we tell ourselves. Let our minds be positive in order to produce positive results. Okay? So think wisely, act wisely, and you never know where you'll go. I never thought I would then be Audrey the makeup artist, have a few followers here and there, and it's always a privilege to do something you love as your main career job, and I'm grateful for that. So people must not limit themselves. The sky is not the limit. You must not limit yourself. So people must just push. And to that person who wants to become a makeup artist like me, they must know that they will do it once they tell themselves and believing in yourself. I always read the quote that says, the best thing I did was to believe in me. So one must believe in themselves in order to achieve what they want to achieve.
Wow, thank you so much. I'm really amazed that I'm sitting with someone who choose to do what she loves.
Yeah.
And she loves what she do.
I
and
do.
I wish you all the best, Audrey.
Thank you, Cleo.
We thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate. I think this day wouldn't have been like so that's without you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.